Hello, I'm Deb, and I'd like to welcome you to a series of 3 videos where I will be discussing age-appropriate strategies to help you convey to the young children in your life the ways in which pain and fatigue impact you. Have you tried talking to adults who are important to you about what you're experiencing, about what it feels like to have an invisible illness? How's that gone? For some of you, the answer will be, well, I have support, there is a degree of understanding of what I'm experiencing. For others, it can be a huge struggle to convey how fatigue, pain, and other symptoms impact you. And it can be challenging to get support. From my discussions with parents of young children, the challenge to convey what they are experiencing to their children can seem overwhelming and exhausting. I would like to offer you parents and grandparents of young children some ideas, some very practical ways that you can convey to the children in your life the way in which fatigue impacts energy expenditure and how very draining managing pain can be, and that you need to make decisions about how you use your energy. I will also discuss ways to talk to them about their feelings of what is going on for you. My background prior to exercise physiology was in teaching, both primary teaching and as a music specialist, as well as being mother of 5 children. And what I will be discussing will draw on my understanding of child development, my teaching experience, and ideas that I used with my children when they were young. I'm also going to briefly run through some of Piaget's theory of cognitive development, because hopefully it will help make sense of the activities I'll be suggesting that you can use. And it's a useful framework to refer to when trying to convey concepts to young children. So, who is Piaget? Well, he was an early psychologist who specialised in child development. And his theory of cognitive development describes children moving through 4 different stages of learning. But I will look at only 2 of these in a very brief way. The first stage I'll talk about covers approximately ages 2 to 7, but this will vary with the child. During this time, children begin to think symbolically, using objects as symbols, projecting the properties of one object onto another. An example might be pretending a stick is a sword. They also use imitation, so an example might be mimicking the behaviour of others, including their parents or characters from a television show. They begin to express themselves through drawing, and drawing involves both imitation and symbolic play. And mental imagery develops at this time. So that is being able to picture objects in their mind. They also begin to be more able to use language to describe their external world. And a big thing to keep in mind is that during this stage, children really only understand the world from their perspective, and they struggle to see other people's points of view. They also think in very concrete terms. That's essentially what they learn through their senses. So an example of this might be learning how to add up. So the number symbols of 2 plus 3 equals 5 are abstract at this stage. Whereas being given a group of, say, 2 strawberries and then another group of 3 strawberries, they now have a group of 5 strawberries. This is visual and tactile, and they can understand this. The other stage I'll touch on is roughly ages 7 to 11, and I'll just mention the relevant aspects for our topic as well as developmental changes from the previous stage. So these are children's thinking becomes more logical and organised, but is still very concrete. That's requiring information from the senses for their understanding. And they begin at this stage using inductive logic, or that is reasoning from specific information to a general principle. So they can now make generalisations more easily. They become less egocentric and begin to be able to imagine how other people might think and feel. They will still struggle, though, with abstract and hypothetical concepts. So that is my very brief outline on young children's learning development. And I hope that this will be able to help you make connections between the developmental stages and the activities that I will be describing. So in the next 2 videos, I will explain how to use spoon theory with young children to develop an understanding of the concept of limited energy, and I will touch on the therapeutic power of storytelling and play as a means to interact and convey meaning. I'm sure you have some ideas and we would love to hear them. So as usual, please comment below and share your thoughts and ideas. Thank you.